Hi there. How are we doing, kids? Welcome to Montez at midday. You know how we do. High fives out there. A hug. Hug you guys too. Now let me see them shoulders shake. Let me see them shoulders shake. Lean back with it. Lean back with it if you have to. There you go. Libra Nation. Happy birthday to you. All the Libras out there. All the Libras out there. That's what I'm talking about. Libra Nation. Happy birthday to you. Mwah! To all of you. Each and every one of you. Mine coming up too now. Mine coming up too now. That's another discussion. Another discussion. This is not the way I thought I wanted to open up the show at Montez at the midday. But first of all, if you don't know this, my name is Dre Montez, and I host a podcast called Who's to Blame? And there's several ways you can listen to it. I have links on our social media platforms, on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame, the podcast, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez as well. But on the podcasting platforms, or wherever you listen to your podcast at, you can just type in Who's to Blame or Dre Montez. But to help you out a little bit, we're on SoundCloud, Anchor, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify as well, out there for your listening pleasure. You can listen to a podcast anytime you want to. It's like listening to R&B back in the day, hip hop in the 90s, getting you in the right moment. You just can't make out to podcasting. There's just too much of a thought process there for it all right there. But yeah, it is what we like to call Fist Pump Friday, Fired Up Friday, and Fried Chicken Friday here with Montez at midday. But a few things we're going to cover today. For one, listen to the latest episode of the podcast. It's up. It's out there. Check it out. Check it out. Don't forget, if you want to reach out to the show, you can always message us on any of the social media pages, or you can email us at moredremontez@gmail.com. Again, several ways to listen to the show. What up, good people? What up? It's right there for you. We're going to talk a little bit about traveling, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and I think a college football weekend where I may lose my damn mind. I wish I had an RV. I wish I had an RV because I would post up like I was at a college football tailgating extravaganza, but I have to woosah the moment and calm down and get my mind right. But tomorrow's going to be an exciting day with college football. But before I get into running my mouth, I know a lot of people that are in this type of industry called travel and tourism, whether they are a travel agent, they are a subsidiary agent that's affiliated with someone. I've always seen it on Facebook. If you want to book your trip, contact me. I can get your tickets for less, get your hotel stay, get your car. I get all that. I know how travel agencies work. But I'm in the planning stages. Well, I was past the planning stages. I already had my trip booked, ready to go. I'm already packed. I'm ready to go. Getting up out of here. Bought my ticket. Everything's going fine. Playing the game. Phone goes off. Yeah, this is me. They tell me that the prices went up on my plane ticket. But here's where the confusion turns in. If you guys experienced this before, please share it with me. I already paid for the ticket. I did not call and see what the price was and buy the ticket the next day. Already bought, paid for, off the credit card, boom. Airbnb paid for, money off the credit card, boom, ready to go. I get a call telling me the ticket price went up. Okay, how much? It tells me $31.28. Well, I put the motherfucker on the card. I don't get why it went up and I already bought the ticket. Here we go. The very next day, I get another phone call. He's telling me it went up again. What? How much this time? It goes up $74.18. Wait a minute. That's over $100 already. But I already bought the ticket at that price. Why is it doing that? And there's enunciation issue and a vernacular issue while we're having this conversation on the phone. And then yesterday was the final straw. I had to reach out to one of the Man Cave members. You ever been so mad you had to laugh? So he tells me yesterday that it's going to go up again. I'm like, wait a minute, time out. I bought the ticket already. So how is the price going up? That's like buying a car. You already got the car. You already have the car. You didn't pay for it. But they want more money for the car. So I'm not understanding this at all. If you're in the travel industry, if you work for a company and you sell group tickets to your friends and family members or whatever, reach out to me. I want to know, was this normal behavior or was this some shady shit going on? So after yesterday, I'm like, let me speak to your supervisor. He tells me I am the supervisor. I said, so there's nobody hiring you? No. Okay. So I had to cancel my trip. Let me get my money back. Had to cancel my Airbnb. Let me get my money back. Because this is not normal behavior. I used to travel all the time by air for like a good 5-6 years, all the time. In the military, I dealt with a travel agency, SATO. But I've never experienced anything like that at all. So let me know if you've done this before. Does this sound normal to you? Is this something wrong? But I already paid for the ticket. I already had the ticket and the price went up 3 times. Not normal to me at all, but we still gonna get the 50th birthday celebration going. And we're getting up out of here. We don't know where yet, but we're going somewhere. We're leaving Missouri, Illinois area. We're getting away. We're getting up out of here. And also, I've become a big fan of the show Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know, usually when I'm trying to go to sleep, I can turn my back and listen to Law and Order. I could turn my back and listen to Family Guy to put me to sleep. I used to be able to turn my back on SportsCenter and go to sleep, but that's changed over the years. So now this new thing is Curb Your Enthusiasm. And this man, Larry David, one of the creators of Seinfeld, is off the chain on this show. He's an old Jewish guy that really is into what he believes. He would turn anything into a debate. An episode that I saw, I'm in a second go-around of watching the 10 seasons again. I'm in the second go-around. But for some reason, I missed this part of this episode. His wife and Cheryl are renewing their vows after 10 years. So she's telling him what she wrote. She said, I will love you for eternity, even where we're going. He said, I thought this was over with. One of us died. He said, it says it in the vows, to death do us part. She said, what you think you just want to be single in heaven? You think that's how this supposed to work? He said, well, I didn't know. It just... I thought that was funny as hell. Got to stay hydrated because I'm about to run my mouth for a minute here in the world of sports. But don't forget to check out the latest episode of my podcast, Who's to Blame. Major League Baseball playoffs are going on. I've already expressed my thoughts and concerns. The fact that the Houston Astros are in the playoffs, considering what they did. And the fact that they get to play at Chavez Ravine and decorate it like their home stadium. That is just wrong. There's so many things and questions. I just want to give me 3 questions in 10 minutes with the Major League Baseball commissioner. That's all I want. I won't cuss. I even wear a suit and tie. I will get suited and booted. I just want to figure out how and why, if this was the decision, Anywho, the playoffs have been exciting. The pitching, the game management. But here's why I love Major League Baseball, the postseason. It makes you think of your childhood, being a kid, collecting baseball cards to get the bubble gum or look at the cards. When you played Stratomatic baseball, our first version of fantasy baseball. Those of you know who you are, know what I'm talking about. That's what the postseason reminds me of. Turn down the volume, although there's some amazing baseball commentating going on. But turn down the volume for like 3 innings and just look at the players' expression. Look how much fun they're having. I don't know if they're having more fun without the fans being there or just really enjoying the moment and capturing what's going on here in 2020. I love the competitive edge that they're having. I love the shit talking that's going on between the two teams. I love how the bat flipped has changed into something, but that's not an unwritten rule. That's not an unwritten rule, but hitting a grand slam in the sixth inning and you're up 6 runs, that's an unwritten rule. Back to the point. Focus, Dre. But the Major League Baseball postseason has been a lot of fun. And today, Facebook reminded me about the postseason here in St. Louis because I shared a bunch of videos in my years of transportation with Caller Card and Electric Cab in North America and Ballpark Shuttle STL. And I shared a video today on my Facebook page when we were in a bar right after the Cardinals were a game away from winning the World Series. And we lost our damn mind. Don't you miss that? Don't you miss when your city is normally in the postseason, normally playing at your home stadium? Don't you just miss the people, the crowd, the conversation, the connections? All that is being missed. It really is. And watching these baseball teams play in the playoffs, and for the teams that have missed it for years and decades and centuries to come, and the teams that just can't figure it out, Oakland A's. I would love to ask Billy Beane, what do you think the problem is? How do you have that much success in the regular season, but when you get to the postseason, you just fuck it all away? How does it happen? I don't know. That's one of those moments Michael Jordan hit the threes. I don't know, Cliff Robinson. I'm hot right now. I just can't understand the Oakland A's. That is one team that I really wish they could get over the hump in the next 30 years. Yeah, I said 30 years. But the rest of the teams that are out there, this Yankee series, getting a little choppy. And the Houston Astros, to me, I don't know about to you guys, how it's looking to you. But it's looking like to me that Houston is acting like they shit don't stink. Yeah, we got caught. Do something about it. Yeah, I hit your daddy in the face. Do something about it. I slept with your sister and your wife. Do something about it. That's how they're acting to me right there. That's how they really act. I hope they get swept by 10 runs each damn game. Hope 2 of their players tear their ACL and 1 get caught on a rape charge. Yeah, I want that to happen to them. Yeah, because they raped the Dodgers. Nobody talks about that, do they? Nobody talks about that. I tell you one thing we've been talking about lately here, the NFL and nothing but the NFL. So Tom Brady makes a mistake and everybody wants to make excuses. What player who has not been on the top of their game made a oopsie? My bad. I fucked up. It happens. It's a part of sports. It's a part of the competitive edge. It's a part of normalcy. It happens. He's not a robot. He's not an android. He's not a computer-generated athlete. He's a 43-year-old dude who has, 5 kids? And he's married to Gisele Bunsen and a baby daddy to Bridget Moynihan. That motherfucker tired. He's going to make a mistake. It's normal. It's normal. But what I also noticed last night in that game, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line don't get it together, we're going to see Brady taken out on the stretch, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. I don't like when quarterbacks or players or athletes, for that matter, who have been doing some great things through their athletic career, for it to end by an injury short in the middle of the season, and we didn't get a chance to say the proper farewell, goodbye, thank you, kiss my ass, piece of shit, yo mama. We didn't get a chance to do all of that. And I don't want him to go out that way. So the offensive line coach, the receivers coach, the tight end coach, and the running back coach all need to get together. The hell with a Zoom meeting. Get together, mask up, proper social distancing, and yell at each other. Let's get this out the way. I will pull up game film from the past 4 years just on the offensive line. Do you know your responsibility? Do you know your call-out signals? Do you know what you're supposed to do? Because if you look at that game again, brought to you by the NFL Network later on today, you can watch the whole game in a half an hour. Just look at the offensive line. Just look at it. It's kind of funny to me how the officiating has changed against Tom Brady. Optimistic about Tom Brady. Because there were a couple of hits last night, and I think he was concussed too as well. I think he got a little noggin when he got body slammed right there. He got body slammed. Same thing happened to the Rams quarterback here when they're in the dome. Austin Davis got body slammed, and he got up, walked to the wrong damn bench almost. It was that way last night. The Bears have been known to hit like that for a long time. It's the other side of the ball that's been the problem for the Bears. But last night, Nick Foles, the most ordinary-looking man since Neil Lomax of the St. Louis Football Cardinals, the Big Red Machine. He's a normal-looking dude. Normal. Nick Foles and his wife look like normal fucking people. They don't look. He doesn't look like an athlete. She doesn't look like she's married to an athlete. He doesn't look like he's an NFL quarterback. But damn it, does he get the job done? Does he get the job done? Great game last night, by the way. So for my NFL games this week, or NFL games I'm going to pay attention to, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't lay any cash based on what I said. Don't do no parlays. Don't do no at-work pool. Just sit back and listen. That's all. That's entertainment only, folks. I got enough lawyers on the wrong side of the ball right now. I got two of them here right now. Y'all good? You recording all this? I'm recording it. We good. Entertainment purposes only. In the words of Chris Berman, when I went to Bristol, Connecticut, for my 40th birthday. I went to Bristol, Connecticut. And I went to ESPN. I cried when I pulled off the interstate, saw those huge satellite dishes right across the street from 8 Bart Giamatti Park. I walked across that little bridge, the threshold, and a young man opened up the door for me and said, "Come on in." I was shaking. I was crying. I was nervous. But I've been to Bristol. But in the words of Chris Berman, nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. They got the Titans. They got the Titans. We don't know when this game is going to get played, where it's going to get played at, but this is the game that's on my list. And according to NFL sources, the Bills players may not get a paycheck this week. If I don't get paid, I ain't playing. But I got the Bills beating the Titans. I got the Bills beaten because the Titans still have not realized what they pulled off last year. It hasn't really sunk into them. You know, it's like when that average-looking guy, that weird-looking dude, don't understand that he has a hot piece of ass. It hasn't really hit him yet. He's not used to that. He's not used to those type of looks, the responses, the comments. He's just going about his everyday life, and that's how the Tennessee Titans are acting this year to me. But I got the Buffalo Bills beating the Titans. The Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Football Chiefs. Calm down, Mahomes fans. Calm down. He's the greatest quarterback ever. He's already has his bust made for the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. He's the most perfect man in America. He's just a black version of Tom Brady, right? He got the game, got the swag, got the woman, got the money. Got the game, got the swagger, got the money, got the woman. But that's how Mahomes fans are. But there's something about this John Gruden that gets to me. I kind of understand John Gruden. You know, when you have a key component player that doesn't realize his talent, but you do, and they don't believe in themselves, but they make a lot of fucking mistakes, but you can still get over the hump. That's how I explain Derek Raiders quarterback situation. He believes in Carr, but Carr doesn't believe in himself. I think he talks to his brother too much. Epic fail. But if the pieces go right, I got a close game here. I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning this one here by a field goal because they still, again, are on the Super Bowl high. They're still on that good. Yeah, they are. They're still on it. The Bengals are the Bungles against the Ravens. This is a heated battle. Going back to the days before the Ravens became the Ravens when they were the Cleveland Browns, you got the Browns playing the Bungles. This Burrow kid, he may have gotten some confidence last week. You know, it may be cigar smoking time for him. You know, he may be puffing on one of Michael Jordan type ones. You know, he could be. But this could be one of those games that Lamar Jackson needs. He needs to get hit hard. He needs to struggle in the first half and come back and show his team that he can throw the ball down the field. I can stretch the wood. I can stretch the field. Hollywood, wake up and catch the damn ball. The defensive side, I think the purple people eaters, not you, Minnesota, But those Ravens fans, that defense, if that come out right there, maybe Ed Reed and Sugar need to show up at the damn game and give these guys a little inspiration because maybe they forgot who they are. But I got an upset alert here. I got Cincinnati beating the Ravens in a shocker. That could be the shocker of the day. Oh, Indy at the Browns. Baker Mayfield. Is he still watching his own commercials? If he is, we in trouble. We in trouble. Phillip Rivers, 6'5", 12 kids from NC State. I saw him. I went to the game when he was in college, and they beat Florida State. He beat Bobby Bowden. Boss Bailey, Champ Bailey's brother, was on that team. What a fucking game that was. And the way Phillip Rivers talks shit is the best in the business out here. He's not talking shit to degrade you. He's talking shit that he believes in him. You didn't beat me. The man beat you. What are you talking about? That's how I believe in Phillip Rivers. I'm sorry. That's how I believe in my man right there out of NC State. I wanted him to go to Denver. I really did. I wanted him to go to Denver for real. I really did. But I got Indy beating the Browns in a blowout. It's a blowout. I got Indy winning this one. The New York Football Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. I just got done talking to one of the Man Cave members, T-Mac, huge Cowboy fan. What do you see your team on this? He said, our defense sucks. It's not Mike McCarthy's fault when your defense doesn't know what they're doing, when the positional players don't know what they're doing. He's not making you play bad. In the words of Friday Night Lights, Coach done already told you what you got to do. If you're not doing your job, you got to go. You got to get up out of here. The New York Football Giants, I can't explain this to you. I can't. I understand that Eli Manning beat T12, terrific Tom Brady twice. But this is not the same team. This is not the Michael Strahan-led defense. This is not Tom Coughlin on the sideline who will get in your ass like toilet paper. This is not that team. These two teams, I don't know who they are. On paper, you're going to open up a textbook and get out a sheet of paper and take notes on paper because they both look like they could size up pretty good. But when actual gameplay starts and the clock gets to going, I don't know which team's going to show up. The Zeke that looked like he smoked 12 packs of cigarettes a day, that stomach expanded, don't know what's going on with the hair. The Dak that may throw for 7,000 yards this year. Which team is going to show up? Amari Cooper. I got to see his wife or girlfriend. He doesn't look like he's having fun. He doesn't want to play football. He looked like one of those kids when you played Little League and your daddy said, you better get your ass on that field. That's what Amari Cooper looks like to me. But I got the Cowboys winning this one by 2. Yeah, by 2. I got the Cowboys beating the Giants. But if the Cowboys lose, somebody's getting fired or released or let go or traded or their feelings going to get hurt. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's going to lose a job if the Cowboys lose. And the craziest game I'm intrigued about, Philly and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's going on with this quarterback situation in Philly? Do we have the confidence? Do we believe too much in ourselves? Are you still mad you got a Super Bowl ring, but you had nothing to do with the Super Bowl outcome? Big Ben believes in God. He lost weight. His arm is great. He loves his wife again. He loves his teammates. It's a different Big Ben. This is not Miami, Ohio Big Ben. This is not Big Ben that won the Super Bowl up in Detroit that I went to when I met the bus and all great people. This is not that dude. This is a different Big Ben right here. Philly, this could be the wake-up call where I believe that Pittsburgh going to beat the shit out of them. And there's going to be a shakeup at the quarterback position come Monday or Tuesday of next week. We're going to find out a little bit more about what Philly is going to do moving forward. So those right there are my games right there that I got coming up. I got the Buffalo Bills and the Titans right there. I got the Bills beating the Titans. I got the Vegas Raiders playing the Kansas City Football Chiefs. Close game, but I got the Chiefs winning that one. Also, we got the Bengals against the Ravens. I got the Bungles beating the Ravens. It's going to be a Lamar Jackson type wake up, see what he can do in the second half. Indy and the Browns. Baker Mayfield could get a taste of reality here, but if he's been watching those commercials, the Browns are going to beat Indy. But watch Phillip Rivers. Watch him. Don't forget that. Watch Phillip Rivers now. Watch him. The Giants and the Cowboys. This is going to be a crazy. I got Dallas on this one by 2, though. Shake up if Dallas loses, though. Remember that. Footnote that. Philly at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben's a different guy, so they say. So they say. Maybe this ass whooping is what Philly needs. We all have been a child, have kids, know a relative, or know somebody or saw somebody. Get that ass whooping, you say, they needed that. They needed that. Maybe that's what Philly needs right there. They need that butt whooping like everybody else right there. Uh-oh. My favorite topic of the day. College football season. College football Saturday, Shake Up Saturday, SEC football. Oh, I'm not going to be okay tomorrow. I mean, we get up early on Saturdays. Early. I want to be there. I wish I could dye the hair half orange, half blue, get me some gators on the side of the sideburn, put a gator like it's chomping down on a pork chop. You know, I wish I could get real creative like that. If it wasn't for this corona, I'd do it. It's like RV Saturday. If you're a college football fan, I know you and you know me, or you follow me and I follow you, and you have an RV, it is your responsibility to get a fucking keg, go in that driveway, go in the front yard, and tailgate. I want you to have the time of your life and send me pictures and an invite the next time you do it. There it is right there. But I got a couple of games on the watch list. But here's the top 10 going until college football Saturday. Brought to you by The Weed Squad. TheWeedSquad.com. Visit them at 8088 Watson Road or go to TheWeedSquad.com. Title sponsor of Who's to Blame, the podcast. You got the Clemson Tigers at number 1. Alabama, no shocker there. UGA, the Georgia Bulldogs. And at number 4, the Gators. We got the Gators. Gators. What motherfucking Gators? After that, you got Notre Dame. Shout out to Jay Man Cave. Remember, that's his squad. After that, you got the Ohio State University. After that, you got the U. After that, you got North Carolina. Them Tar Heels, the football team, not the basketball team, not the soccer team, not the golf team, but the football team. Penn State, them Nittany Lions. After that, Oklahoma State. So that's your top 10. This shit gonna shake up like the old shake and bake back in the 70s that your mama used to make. Yeah, buddy. But here are the 3 games on my watch list for tomorrow. Miami at Clemson. The U. Turnover chain. Clemson. Long hair. Dabo Sweeney. All the semantics and schematics and ingredients of a college football game, and it's in prime time. Miami has beaten more number 1 teams in college football than anybody else. If Ed Reed can calm them down, no unsportsmanlike conducts, nobody gets kicked out, understand to hold on to the ball till you cross the goal line and the official blows the whistle and does that. Can we get that out there this weekend? It's going to be a good one. Because we know everybody is tanking for Trevor. And we're going to see how this thing here works out. Miami and Clemson. I don't do college football picks. I'm just telling you the games I'm watching. It's too much on the line when you gamble on kids. They got their issues. Baby mama, cousin, uncle, grandmama, real daddy, the dude in the hood that protected them, the old lady that gave them son when they were little, and that one white person that's always been there. You got those 10 things on their mind when they're playing college sports. So I do not gamble on the college athlete. I just enjoy the shit out of it. Next up, we got Florida State, Notre Dame. Are you excited for tomorrow the way I am? Oh, my goodness. Feel like I'm about to watch Steel Magnolias. This going to be a good one. This going to be a good one here. the history of both of these schools, Rudy. You're 5'0", Rudy Rudiger. You're going to walk out that tunnel one day and lead that team on the field. Charlie Ward. Jameis Winston. This could be a good one here. I got Florida State. Again, I don't gamble on sports, but I think Florida State can get Notre Dame. I think they can get him. After that, you got the Volunteers against UGA. I love Athens, Georgia. I thought I liked Savannah, Georgia. But I like Athens, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, Peachtree City, and then Atlanta, in that order. But Athens, Georgia, that's a different type of beast. The nicest people in America. They're so nice to you. They treat you like you're an actual family member. This is going to be a good one here. And I've also been to Tennessee for the night game when they played Florida. It's going to be a good one. I think UGA can get them. But those are my college football games that I'm watching, the three that I'm going to really focus on. Miami at Clemson, Florida State, Notre Dame, Tennessee at UGA, meaning Georgia. It's going to be exciting Saturday, maybe upset special, high score alert. But here's one thing I'm really fond of about college football that really gets me giddy. The pick six. The pick six in college football is like being in a car in traffic at Freaknik, and you see that perfect ass go by. Wake up. But that's what we're watching this weekend. Prayers and thoughts to everybody down there in Boot City, Louisiana. Stay safe. Libra Nation. Happy birthday to you, Libras. Happy birthday to you. We got what? How many more days, Dre? We have less than 2 weeks. We're in countdown mode. Again, if you're in the travel industry, let me know if what I talked about is something you can relate to, but I had to cancel a whole trip and plan a whole new one. But we're still getting up out of here. We're getting up out of here. We're going to shake them shoulders. Anyway, high fives. Hug it out. Let me see them shoulders shake. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Check out the latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. SoundCloud, Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Get on out there. Follow us on Facebook, Who's to Blame, the podcast. Twitter, @W2B. Instagram, Who's to Blame, the podcast. I'm sorry. Facebook is Who's to Blame. Instagram is Who's to Blame, the podcast. And Twitter, @W2B, Dre Montez. And also we make videos on YouTube as well. On YouTube, it's Dre Montez. Almost forgot my own damn name right there. You guys have a great one. And we out. Time for 2K. All righty.